We've got flooding.
Of a tsunami approaching the area.
Oh no!
Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts.
Oh jeez! Hello everybody, welcome to City Skylines. We've got the new expansion that we're going to be working with. It's something I haven't done as YouTube videos. I've mostly done this on streams. But we're going to play City Skylines, Green Cities. I've named this city Nomadia Green. And I just started. The first beginning stage is a little tedious to watch. I figured I would at least get things started. I've got a decent income of a little under 1,500 coming in every tick over here, which is, I believe, a day. Right? Why isn't this changing? Oh, it is over there. Okay, gotcha. Excuse me. So, my goal here is to be green as possible and explore a bunch of things that I've never touched on. There's like tourism, high-tech buildings, self-sustaining buildings, different energy sources, mass transit, which I suck at, but I really like to use and get it working. Let's look at this map. I've got a lot of green space that I could use for industry. So I've started, and I'll quickly look. So that's basically our goal. I would like to get to I'd like to unlock everything within the milestones, right? So, you know, I want to get to like the Grand City at least. Megalopolis would be the actual goal of 75,000 people. But if nothing else, I'd like to get to like Big City or Grand City. Actually, Grand City would be good. Kind of see what you guys think about that. If we see how things are broken up, we currently have, if you've never played before, you have three main things that you balance out. You've got your residential, which is green. You've got your commercial, which is blue. And then your industry, which is yellow. And with different zonings within the city, you can change the way these behave, how they pollute, if they don't pollute, how dense they are, all that kind of stuff. Okay, I have to warn you, this game is notorious for like pop-up city down here, and it's kind of annoying. Anyway, I still really like the game. Currently, I haven't unlocked any of the dense versions of these, which actually that's office space. And as you can see, it does tell you when you get to unlock those. So once we get to a population of 7,500, that's when we're going to unlock these. So currently, we have a large demand for residential, a medium demand for commercial, and a small demand for industrial or offices. So I'd like to expand out. I generally do these kind of squared stuff. I want to do different layouts. I'm not very good at it, so it's really going to be a nice challenge for me. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I really wanted to do a cold map, because there's cold maps where you have to do heaters and all that kind of stuff, where you have to keep the city warm, you have to clear the snow and create paths and things like that. But I'm not going to do it this time. We do have disasters, so we do have disasters on. There's going to be disaster buildings that we have to make, like bunkers and things along those lines, to keep the city safe. So we'll be diving into that. Currently, actually what I should be doing, I should let just tick away while I'm talking with you guys, because we'll gain more money, and these buildings will slowly upgrade. You hear it go ding, 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 and it keeps dinging in the background, a soft ding, and the buildings begin to upgrade by themselves. They tend to make a bit more money that way. This shows our income of population. We're at 1,700, almost 1,800. This shows our income of actual cash flow. That's the temperature. This is the speed. And these are the milestones currently. Milestones are based on population. So, and then you've got this little, tweet guy out here. So currently, what I want to look at is our electricity, our water, and our garbage disposal, and then we're going to expand big time. So currently, our power is all powered by these these are not solar panels, wind turbines. They're basic wind turbines. There are upgraded versions of this once we reach the population of 2,600. So we'll be getting those as well. And you place these on water. They stay in the water. They don't take up land space. They spin, and then they also do solar energy as well. So they cost more to upkeep, but they have a max power output of 20 megawatts, whereas the max output of the wind turbine here is only 8. You can see that in the bottom right-hand corner of the tooltip that pops up. So I want to get into these, and then there's other stuff like solar energy. Now, we could get a coal power plant, but it would pollute quite a bit and have a lot of noise. I don't really want to do that. This game is really multifaceted, so I'm trying to explain a little bit here and there just to make sure anybody that maybe hasn't played kind of knows what's going on. I am going to go ahead and plop one of these down for another 6 megawatts. As you can see, our electricity is a little low. And the circle around here is the noise pollution that you get, which can make people sick and it makes people unhappy. So I'll try to keep those away. from residential areas. So as you can see, things are starting to upgrade. Our demand is going up all around. I think for this first little bit, my concern is I've got a really nice area over here and over here and over here for agricultural stuff. So what I want to do is probably do some expanding. I'm going to go ahead, oh hello, and purchase some land. I think I'm going to purchase this one up here for 2,900. So now this is our total city building space. We've got quite a bit more. So what I'm going to do is expand out this way maybe, or expand this way and do a huge amount of industry. And look, it's raining like crazy. And maybe do some residential down here to supplement that. Now currently I have a landfill. They're horrible. We got to find a way to get away from that. As you can see, this pollutes quite a bit as well, because this is just straight up industrial buildings. Not a whole lot of educated citizens need to be there. You know what, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and plop a little commercial right here. They kind of break between the commercial, between the industry. That generally is a good rule of thumb too. Plus people travel and they go consume commercial stuff, and the commercials need goods from the industrial areas as well. So this is a nice synergy. Another thing I want to focus on, and something I'm notoriously bad about, is getting traffic off of your main thoroughfare here. Once we get big enough, I want to stop and like kind of renovate our infrastructure and go and build a bunch of roads around with bus lanes or tram lanes, and try that out, because I don't do that a lot, but I know it really does help. It reduces traffic, it reduces pollution. People generally are happier when you do that. So I want to try to do that too. Our fire hazard is incredibly high right now. I'm going to spend 12,000 over here and put a fire station. All this industrial stuff, it's just a little high. It makes people happy, increases the value around here. Okay, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to expand out this way and do a lot of industrial-ish stuff out here. Currently, I'm only going to use the 2-lane roads. They're they're not super expensive, and let's see. They're not super expensive, and they let us kind of get up and running a lot quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going with this pattern for a little bit, but eventually I want to get into the area like the coastal front stuff. I want to do like curved roads and really utilize the space and also make it look kind of interesting and different. Now, as you can see here, this is our water facilities. We currently have a sewage pump, or a water drain, and it's pumping sewage just right into the river. Not something I'm super excited about. And then we're pumping water out this way. And if we look, we can see the water flow is going that way. That's why I put that kind of downwind from it as well. So that's what we're doing right now. So let's expand out here. We have a high industrial demand. But before I do that, we just unlocked districts. I'm going to create a district here. This entire area, I'm going to make a district. See all the forested, well, this is like tropical zone. So we'll do this to here. Okay. And then we can set policies within this district. So if we go here to the industrial specializations, I'm going to have this specialize in forestry. So it actually plants trees and then chops them down, and we make money off of that as well. It's actually more eco-friendly, and so it's a good source of income. You don't need a massive amount of education to do it, and I tend to find that it's a lot better. So this is our commercial. If I did put any commercial stuff in here, I would kind of want them to be organic and local produce. Well, then what that does is, if we look at the options here, produces 50% product. Okay, produces 50% of sold goods locally. Truck traffic in the area is reduced by 50%. Increases electricity consumption by 20%, but reduces garbage production by 20%. I'll probably do that here, but I'm not gonna actually put any commercial in here yet. Now this is no commercial specialization, and then we can unlock a couple different ones later. I can't unlock this one, which I believe is the office space. Oh yeah, the office space, which you can do like really high-tech buildings and stuff. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of that here. I may sprinkle a couple in, but I'm not sure. And this is the residential specialization. What I want to do is self-sufficient buildings. I'd like to transition over into that. Now our current population I'm not going to mess with very much, but I'd like to transition to that soon. You consume 30% less electricity. You produce 30% less garbage, but you generate less taxes, probably because they're more self-sufficient. You don't need as much kind of government overhead dealing with those guys. So I will mark, if I put any sort of residential in here, that's what's going to happen. So let's go in here and Let's plop down a whole industrial zone. Let's let that start working. They're going to need electricity, and they're going to need water support. They're going to need the pipes actually laid down. So I'm going to go ahead and start running the pipes out this way. I like to make sure there's no gaps and just kind of overlap. There we go. And from here, I'll go ahead and just run out along the road. Spending a little extra doing it this way, but I like it the way that it's done. And then electrical, because this infrastructure is just not there yet, let's go ahead and plop down an electrical line right there. So they'll build up really quick. Electricity available is going to fluctuate quite a lot. I'm hoping that we can unlock this quickly. We only need about 600 more population, or 500. So hopefully with our demand being met with our industrial, which you can see, the lumber mill, you know, fine furnitures, Woody's wood. Anyway, we've got those going. With that, I need some residential stuff. I'm probably going to build right over here, just a residential patch, because I like that they're over here, but I don't want them to like go back and forth constantly. Plus, I could have just done a section over here of this, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that right now. With these new buildings, though, I really do want to start them out as energy-efficient structures. Now, I want to stay away from the landfill. In fact, I don't like where it is. I'm obviously going to have to move that soon. I will go up this direction. And let's just build... See, why are you doing that, man? I try to go along these circles. I think with some of these hills, we're going to get weird little gaps like this. A bit. Wow, I really don't like that. Normally, this is not an issue. I think on this map, with the way the landscape is, I can't go off of just those indicators. That's really frustrating. See, look, that's frustrating. So what I might do instead is go off of these indicators. And go down this way. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Okay, see how that's nice and tight together? Okay, let's just do a little bit here. I'll extend out a little bit this way and maybe that way in somewhat of a grid fashion. I find that it helps with traffic, but moving forward, we'll do something a little bit different. We'll curve the roads around, put in some other parks and things like that. So first, I need to go ahead and add a district here. We'll make this distinctly different from the other one that we have for our industrial sort of stuff. In fact, actually, let's get rid of that over here. This zone's going to be something entirely different in my mind. So here we go. This is its own district, right? Okay. Well, we might as well just include all of this with it. This will be... You know what? That's not going to work. And I'll tell you why. There's some tourist stuff that I've never touched, and I'd love to do that down here by the coast. So this Olive Hills will go into the industrial stuff. For industrial, if I put any in here, I want it to be farming. For commercial, organic and local, and then I want to do the self-sufficient buildings. I'm intentionally looking at this as a big residential area, not so much a... That's actually a freaking ton of stuff to put down all at once. It's probably not the best idea. I'm looking at this to be a big residential bump to help what we've already placed down with the industrial area over there. All the lumber stuff. I need people to work that and kind of run that stuff. So that's why I'm currently putting this down. Now, as you can see, this isn't connecting. So we're having issues right now with electricity not reaching. Let me think. How can I do that just along here to let it organically change? I can't yet because of the way I'm doing it. I'll just do it like that. Our electrical demand's gonna like spike. It's actually not doing too bad. We're close to hitting our milestone, our next milestone. Where is it? No, that's the Grand City. Let's go back down. Oh yeah, 2600. Which will unlock some other stuff for us as well. Okay, so Olive Hills here. I will be naming districts off of Patreon supporters and then also subscribers on Twitch. A lot of people have really kind of leapt to the chance to do that, and I greatly appreciate it. This is our education section. We do have one school currently. It's over here. We've got a lot of people abandoning their buildings because I was sitting here talking and not like increasing our demand for certain things, and people ended up leaving. Let's get the school right here near the landfill because that's going to be super fun. So that's going to cost us 10 grand, kind of expensive. I want to go ahead and put in even more. As you can see, the industrial demand is rather high. Let's go ahead and put that down here as well and let that grow. Excuse me. That will also help more people move in, because as this demand goes up, we need people to work them. But it also creates goods that need to be sold locally to the commercial zones. What the? What? Oh crap! We've got flooding.
Of a tsunami approaching the area.
Oh no!
Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts.
Oh jeez!
A tsunami has struck the city.
Where did that come from? Like over here? Oh, oh jeez, I didn't have any warning stuff set up for it. Oh my gosh. And I don't think I have like, I don't have any of the disaster stuff unlocked. This is such a bad start. All right, let's hit 3. Let's just let this go. I mean, okay, it's starting to drain down into here, which it will help out quite a bit. But like, I can't put in any kind of, well, I guess I probably could do canals. Hold on. Shallow canal. Except only small amounts of water. All right, well, apparently I need a deep canal. Let's just do a deep canal here. And literally, let's run it along this area.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts.
Does that not go all the way? Oh my gosh. All right, let's do this. Let's move this guy over to here. Let's go into the water. Make sure the sewage is connected. And then we'll go back into the canal system. Holy crap, that's crazy. Does that go into the ocean? Oh, is it? It's freaking filling. Oh, geez. That's not at all what I meant to do. Okay. Let's try that again. I look at the water, like, jump up here. Jeez. Can the medium canals connect to it?
A tsunami has struck the city.
Yeah, I get it.
Caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Look at this. What are you doing? I want to make sure it's safe, but like, how do I outlet this stuff? By placing a stretch of shallow canal segments at the start of local canals, automatically create a pathway and ferries can be used. Give waterfront a nice finish. Flood walls. Your canals have spots that are prone to flooding. You can use the flood walls to control the water. Oh, right. Sewage needs to be powered. All of this doesn't have power for some strange reason. Why is the electricity not working? Okay, electricity's kicking back in, which means the water stuff's kicking back in. Okay, okay. We got past that weird little baby tsunami. I really don't understand why I was doing that. If I go here to the little one, yeah, it's like filling in. Whatever. Let's just see how this works. Oh my gosh. I did not. Holy cow. What sort of nonsense was that? Jeez. That was insane. Just out of nowhere. Isn't that nuts? Let's build a few roads here just to fill in this area. Wait, why can't you go here? Wait, oh, you can. Oh, I've got power lines in between. Okay, so that was a weird little baby disaster. Why are we not getting electricity here? What's the holdup? I don't get it. We're connected on both sides here. Oh, I'm not producing enough. Okay, I'm literally just not producing enough. Okay. I'm like, that's different and also manageable. I can just plop down more of these guys. In fact, let's do one more. I'd like to get away from using these. In fact, we'll probably move them at some point. But now we've got full electricity, so that's good. The water systems are working like they should. Currently, our landfill is like 43% full. Holy crap. I think now would be a good time, considering I have 1,800, that we could do a recycling center. And I'm probably going to put it over here, near this industrial stuff. It creates a bit of noise pollution, but it's better than a landfill. So what it does is it recycles different kinds of wastes, and then it makes less garbage, so that doesn't pile up as much, and you actually make money off of it. So the pollution's only 25, whereas the landfill's pollution is 100. So it's quite a bit different. I'd like to get that going so we can start collecting this. Our residential need is actually incredibly high right now. If I build this way, I'll get more tech stuff in. So why don't we do that? I don't want to make the roads too long so people can actually like turn around and stuff. So let's do... That was not at all what I meant to do. Let's finish this road going that way, and then we'll do that as a 4-way stop. Okay, cool. And then we'll do even more residential there. I don't want to do any residential here right near the landfill. That's going to be absolutely horrible. So since the demand's so high, lots of people just kind of flood in. We need about 300 more people to hit our next milestone. Excuse me. And I've got a decent amount of income coming in. So I feel really bad. Excuse me. I'm drinking. I feel really bad about this whole stupid situation. Although I feel like this is not the right approach. And is the water going down? I don't think so. So I don't know how to actually get rid of that. Yeah, like I could do flood walls here to make sure it doesn't like overflow into the city. Gosh, what a weird thing. What happens if, okay, the deep canal, does this go under? No, the space is already occupied. So what I need to do is like pause. I need to demolish this and then go road and lift it very quickly and connect it, and then go back to the canals. Connect it like this, right? Because I'm concerned that it's going to happen again. And my people are going to get flooded. Now, that doesn't go all the way over, because I'd like to leave this land alone, or maybe go up and around it or something. But we'll figure it out. I've never really dealt a lot with the disaster, so it'll be fun to see kind of how we handle that. So we're getting close. In fact, we're about to hit our milestone. I don't know if we will. But let's go ahead and build another road section over here, and then do residential. We'll hit it that way. And as you can see, the pipes are not laid there. Perfect. Alright, so here comes our milestone. Boom. Boom City. We have unlocked transportation, level 3 unique buildings, buses, trams, taxis, or industry specialization. I've never messed with that. New policies on recycling plastics. There's a bunch of new policies here. And the nice thing is we've unlocked a bunch of these roadways. Roundabouts are fantastic. These interchange things are great. The bus lanes and then tram lanes, things that I want to mess with on this thing. But we've also unlocked the advanced wind turbines, which is fantastic. Cemeteries, taxi depots, tons of new stuff that we're going to really just have to dive into. So as we look at these buildings, this is an eco-steel hotel. There's grass on the top. There's solar panels. Here's some residential stuff. Let's see, what do they have? I don't see like solar panels, so I don't know how they're like eco-friendly, and I don't see like grass growing anywhere else. So, oh wait, they're greenscaped. If you look, there is no grass. There's just shrubbery and then rock stuff. That's actually something I want to do in my yard. Let's see what the new building is that we've unlocked. Okay, currently we have the Institute of Creative Arts. This apparently acts as a high school, which, as you can see... Wait, I thought we put down a high school. We have not put down a high school. Why don't we do this one? It's 30,000 instead of 24. How about instead we do the 24? Because we need the money right now. So now we're actually servicing having high school students be educated. We have a massive demand for residential, so I think for now I am going to... Let's go ahead and address our need for residential. Just while we're sitting here waiting. There's no sense in us not getting that tax income, honestly. That's actually my biggest concern with doing a series here, is like, I don't want to just be waiting around forever. So I'm going to try to be aggressive with just bringing people in and letting them upgrade and things like that. Now, if we look at our fire situation, it's not good over here. Our coverage is bad. Our hazard's at 57%. As you can see, the roads turn green as I put this down. Let's go ahead and plop this in this area so we get some fire protection. Now, it's telling us we have new buildings, and we do. We have a small emergency shelter, which is something we should have, or we wanted to have up before we had that little tsunami disaster. All of our buildings are upgrading, which means we're going to get better tax income from them. People like the areas around them as well. We can't currently afford the small emergency shelter. Small shelter allows citizens to be safe from disasters. The shelter has a limited amount of space for citizens, but you can choose which areas use which shelter by planning escape routes. After disasters, citizens who have lost their homes can live in the shelter until they find a new housing. Shelters are almost indestructible. They're fantastic. They're really, really good to have. Before I build one, though, let's make sure we're good on electricity. We're good on water. We're hitting our needs there. And then also on garbage. Currently, we're not processing enough of the garbage and it's going straight into landfills, which is fine right now. I knew that was going to happen. As you can see, the garbage reserves, we haven't tapped our reserves, but the recycling center is kind of doing its thing. Can I set a policy to make sure people recycle? Let's see. Recycling is a big part of the environment. It slightly reduces garbage accumulation and slightly reduces tax income. You know what? Whatever. I'm making about 3,000 right now. A tick. Let's just say people need to recycle. Again, I want to kind of go green. Oh, there's a whole other policy called recycle plastics. Recycling centers work with 20% efficiency. Costs 100 recycling center. Costs 100 more per recycling center per week. You know what? Let's just set that up now so that every time we place one down, we understand the cost immediately. Now, as you can see, enacting both of those policies have dropped my income by about 1,000, which is not great. These look fantastic, though, I have to say. They're low density. They're really nice looking. I think what we're going to do is maybe go... let's see. You know, I think I would like to leave that district the way it is. Expand this a bit more. Maybe come up this direction. And maybe a little this way. So we can build out a bit more in this particular area. Now, I do need to put in... a shelter, so we're going to have to do that very soon. But for now, again, like I was saying, let's go ahead and get just more people in so that we can get our tax income going up. Okay. New buildings. A cemetery. We absolutely need a cemetery. And people like having cemeteries nearby. They, it's comforting to them, right? They consider it increasing property value as well. And it deals with the dead, which helps that, right? So we'll go ahead and make one of those. There's what, 8,000 or 4,000? Yeah, they're 8,000 a piece. Clinics. I don't have any clinics near here. The one clinic I have is over there. Currently, considering our capacity need, I'm going to try to save the money and not do that. Now, we do have new services. Bus depots, which I just can't afford much of any of this right now. 4-lane road with bus lanes supports medium traffic. Creates a bit of noise pollution. The bus depot automatically sends out buses for your bus lines. Bus lines. Okay, stop, please. See, the pop-ups get in my way. Bus lines with bus stop tool. Adjust the number of buses available, raising or lowering the city's public transportation budget, which we can actually access in here. But again, we're not gonna dive into this too much. Don't want to worry about that. Okay, I can build a shelter, and apparently I can build a short radio mast tower. Or just mast. A short radio mast allows emergency broadcast to reach your citizens. The better radio coverage the city has, the more likely citizens are to come to shelters when called. So I don't have a shelter yet. We're not going to dive into that yet. Looks like I am having power issues. And I do have the new advanced wind turbines. It costs 12,000 instead of 6. I'm going to go ahead and plot one of these down. It makes 16 megawatts. So it sits there and spins, and in the daytime it makes a bit more electricity, I believe, because of the solar energy. So I'm going to put down a second one. I'm kind of burning through my money, but we have to have power, we have to have water, and we have to have our trash taken care of. Look at that. The garbage processing went up because this became 20% more efficient because I enacted that policy. Pretty cool. All right, so now what we are going to want to do is save up for this small energy shelter. Wait, what? Why is that all of a sudden... water is like not being addressed? I don't understand what you're doing. I don't get that at all. In fact, I'm gonna make a water tower to like a water source for areas that do not allow water pump stations to be built. If water tower is built on polluted soil. Oh wait, that's not at all what I thought it was gonna be. If I go into the disaster area, large emergency shelter. Are there tanks in here? I felt like there's like disaster response unit? No, we don't. I don't want to dive into that yet. There should be water tanks. Here it is. Tank reservoir. Is a reservoir. If the city pumps more than it needs, the excess will be stored. So storage here for later. What the heck was that? Was that just thunder? Jeez. It sounded like an explosion. Okay, so as you can see, our residential and commercial demand continue to rise. I am going to... I probably need to honestly just aggressively expand. I think it's time for us to just embrace this. I'm not very good at doing this, but let's just embrace this whole kind of touristy region. I'll use it for residential and commercial for now, and then we can adjust it for like tourism stuff later, I think. Not the best at it. I'll do this bit for now, and then I can plan out some of the roads. We're a little low on money. I want to make sure we're kind of covered, honestly. You know, let's do this first, and then run the pipes across here. How are we doing on electricity? Electricity's great in the daytime. We're getting a bit more from those turbines, and then here we go. So, why don't we put residential, and then commercial here, then even more residential. Just let them go crazy, and we'll see what kind of services we need. Again, I do need the disaster relief as well. I'm going to be eating crow if I don't actually take care of that soon. But for now, why don't we can do curved roads. Okay, from here, why don't we make some kind of like... yeah, like curved road from here. And from there. There we go. And then we can start filling in this middle area. Again, I actually just want to move all these at some point. So we could probably start filling this in. I would like to get the landfill moved somewhere else. I'm not in love with the current setup. It's kind of just what we've had to live with. I mean, there's a landfill just right there. Like, how bad is that? In fact, I might want to purchase land over here and just dump it in there or something. I'm not really entirely sure yet. As you can see, the demand has gone way down for residential and commercial now that we've built all of this. But our income has gone up, which is really nice. So we can actually do a lot more with it. What I probably want to go ahead and keep doing here. Let's see. So we've got this one. That's going to be a very awkward little corner. So what if we freeform roads? And I just build like this. Yeah, a little wonky looking neighborhood that maybe branches out over here. But I can't build in there because it's out of my city limits. How much would it cost to actually expand? This is a big amount of money. Yeah, 4,700 for like just this little blip. I don't think that's really all that worth it. So let's just go back over here maybe. Let's see. You know, maybe I will use the curve tool thing. We can do... hold on. Again, I don't normally work with these, so it's kind of... It's outside of my comfort zone. So like if I did this and then maybe we went like this way with it. See how I'm trying to keep the blue line, or the blue kind of... so we have the main road and then the blue area on either side. I'm trying to line that up as much as I can with either side so we utilize all this space. I don't want to waste space. Personally, that kind of just irks me. That's actually why I don't like doing these roads normally. It's because I feel like I can't get all the space I need out of what I'm building. Oh gosh, that angle is just horrible. And I am going to be demolishing the power lines here if I do that. So what I'm probably going to need to do is develop this little bit right here. So what we'll do is let's take a look at the districts. So let's delete this part of the district, right? And then we'll make a whole new one. Make a new... oh, this district wasn't collected in there. It's self-sufficient. You know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. They're gonna have to rebuild those structures there. So everything right in there is gonna be that way. See how they're all like selling that off, and the demand's gonna shift, and we're losing people because of it. That's kind of not cool, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make the district here. Yes, I know there's a new buildings like train depots and bus depots. All right, this is our new district. We're gonna do here for industrial. I don't really have any industrial that I would like to do, but even if I do, I want it to be like forestry. I don't want it to pollute. So here we go. We're gonna do local. Actually, I actually don't care not about the local here, because I want this to be just commercial stuff, and then self-sufficient buildings. Now there are other things you can do for like for tourism and stuff like that. But I don't remember where it is or how to use it yet. So we'll be diving into that soon. Plus, I don't think I've unlocked all of the buildings and like policies involved with doing that. Because, yeah, office spaces and things like that here isn't actually unlocked. This isn't unlocked. Oh, that's the oil industry. Oh, busy town. We've already jumped up to 5,000. So city planning policies have been unlocked. Oil industry. There we go. Tourism specialization. New commercial specialization. That's what it was. So free public transport for public policies. I would love to do that. I would love to encourage biking and maybe make some bike lanes, which means I'm going to have to redo some roads. Filter industrial waste. Oh, I've never seen that. Industrial buildings need to filter their waste, making them pollute the ground a lot less. Cost 2 per industrial building per week. Jeez. 2-lane roads with trees. Lots of really good things that we've unlocked here. Big fire station, big police headquarters, oil power plant, which we will not be jumping into. Tropical gardens, marinas, fishing tours, fishing piers, which we should definitely be doing that over here in our little area. The jet ski rentals, bus stops, a big hospital, which we could use. Riding stables, skate parks, volleyball stuff, tsunami warning buoys. I think we need one of those. And weather radars. A bunch of road maintenance depot. What is this? Road maintenance depot houses maintenance vehicles. They travel around the city to boost roads, allowing travel at a higher than normal speeds. Are you kidding me? I did not know that was in here. And then there's geothermal that does not pollute at all. They're very expensive though, which is fine. Intelligence agency, community pools. There's a lot of really good stuff in this particular upgrade. So for this area of specialization, we're going to say tourism. So let's jump into the roads. And we want to break these up a little bit. And put some little breaks in here. So it's not just so huge amount of traffic. Yes, I'm going to be prompted for every little thing under the sun. Oh, biofuel buses. Works just like regular bus depot, except that it sends out fuel buses instead of regular ones. The biofuel are much more quiet than regular buses and carry just as many people. Wow, that's 40,000. How much is this one? 30,000. So they cost a bit more. Probably take a lot more electricity. All right, so we need more industry. We know that, so let's go ahead and plop that down for the industrial. We need more residential. I'm going to change my tool here and go residential, and then say the marquee tool, which means I can click and drag. I can fill in the area instead of just using the filler. Actually, I do like the filler quite a bit. I don't mind doing that here. So here's a bunch of residential that we can do. And then I would like to add in some commercial, which is the touristy stuff. Which in this area is going to be kind of weird. But there we go. We're going to do some of the tourist stuff there as well. And then we're definitely going to need more residential in this zone. There we go. Alright, so let's see how that goes. Again, the industrial needed to be built, and it's done over here. Why don't we add a bit more on this side as well? Some more kind of farming and stuff. Let's look at the policy. Extra insulation. Wait, buildings require less energy for heating. Not much of a big deal for us because we're in a warm climate. Smoke detector distribution. I'm not going to go super heavy on a lot of this stuff. Except city planning. Fast recovery. What's this? These emergency response units do not search for survivors, but only makes the lot ready for rebuilding. More citizens are lost, but the city recovers faster. That sounds horrible. Filter industrial waste. I think I want to do that, but I want to get rid of this and just do these kind of industrial pieces. So we'll just kind of have to see how that rolls. Why don't I go ahead and put a whole nother row of industrial right here. That way we can keep going. Do I have water out this way? I do. Very good. Do I have water here? I do. Very good. How are we doing on power? Actually, power and a lot of other things are kind of low. Now here's geothermal. It's cost 65,000. But look at our money that's been taken away and the bonuses that we got from completing certain, population goals. Let's just throw one of these down right here. Geothermal. It's by the mountain over here. 65,000. As you can see, our energy needs are now non-existent. So I'm kind of excited to see that happen. All right, and water availability and water sewage treatment is not looking too great. So we're going to have to put in another one of these pumps. I might actually, this might prompt me a little bit to expand out and actually buy this for the water treatment potential. I don't know. We're going to have to see how that goes. Now, here's our sewage stuff. I believe we unlocked other buildings that are not so polluty. eco water outlet, the green alternative. While the eco water outlet is quite expensive, it's 4,000 compared to 2,500. It says that it helps purify the water it lets out. Pollution is reduced but not wholly gone. The outlet lets out polluted water from the sewage system. Needs water pump to supply. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're going to do 2 of these and actually just... let's just replace what we already have with the other one. So we've got one actively working right now that is a sewage pump, and I want to turn it off. Yeah, so we'll just turn that off for now. So these 2 little eco guys they're going to put out less pollution. So we're still polluting the area. We still have the nice brown snake streak over here going on, and that's not really the best. So okay, wait, what's going on? Sewage treatment. What's going on? Why are you crying about this? Do you need a 3rd one? Really? Are they not as efficient? I guess they're not as efficient. Yeah, alright, there goes our sewage treatment. That's good. That's weird. Alright, I'm going to make a cut in here. I'm letting money just build up. There's tons of new buildings. We have to do disaster relief. I like what's going on over here. I like that I see these little tourist areas. The Fruity de Mer. A 4 Seasons Resort. Olympus Hotel. Fancy. So we're making some decent money off of these, I believe. And I want to continue to expand this out. Again, I've never done anything like this. It's a bit different for me to do the buildings this way. But thanks everybody for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to record the next episode since I've got some time here on a Saturday. Randomly, I have time on Saturday to record. So let me know what you think. And when you come back, we'll do some disaster preparation. I'll see you guys next time. Later.